Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Real life of Coronation Street's Gemma Winter actress Dolly-Rose Campbell. Rival soap role, real age, amazing skill and sexuality acceptance. Dolly-Rose Campbell has found herself pushed back into the forefront of the drama in Coronation Street. The actress first appeared on the cobbles as Gemma Winter in 2014. She made her debut as the bold and brash character when, after the deaths of her two friends, Gemma attempted to change her public image after being caught up with the late Callum Logan by taking part in the Weatherfield Good Samaritan Awards scheme. She befriended Rita Tanner before eventually moving into Rita's flat. A couple of years later, and Gemma was fully settled to life on the cobbles. She got a job at Prima Donna with Chesney Brown, guiding each other as they lurched from one disastrous love affair to the next before they finally ended up together in 2018, and the following year were rocked by the news that they were expecting quadruplets. Gemma suffered from postnatal depression as she was so worn out looking after them, as well as Chesney's son Joseph, despite help from her brother Paul and mother Bernie, with who she had recently reconnected with and have since become somewhat of an iconic trio on the street. Best and worst remote work moments of 2023 December 5, 2023. 1-hour live webinar to dive into the highs and lows of remote work in 2023 and what company leaders can learn from them. Remote health by Safetying. And after facing more trials and tribulations over the year, particularly when it comes to money, Gemma has found herself in another difficult situation with the arrival of a social worker after she accidentally poisoned Joseph with lavender oil in a bid to make him feel better, despite people thinking she was fussing over her stepson's health for nothing. Dolly-Rose herself has not had as chaotic a life as her character. When she was 15, she used to meet her friend at a youth theater in Bolton, and after finishing school, Dolly-Rose studied her craft at Manchester's Arden School of Theatre and then became a jobbing actress. And so landing the role of Gemma was a dream come true for Dolly-Rose, who had been a lifelong fan and avid viewer of Corrie over the years. And in a twist of fate, she went on a public tour of the world's most famous cobbles just before she got the call to say she'd be stepping onto them as a cast member. Recalling the experience to the Sunday Post, Dolly-Rose said, "I'd had an audition before the tour, but I wasn't expecting anything. While we were walking around, my friend said, 'Imagine if you got a job on it,' and I was saying that would never happen. Just a couple of days later, I got a call saying I had the part." Originally, the part of Gemma, who was brought in as an old maid of Kylie Platt's, was only supposed to be for 6 episodes, but nearly 10 years later, and the cobbles wouldn't be the same without her, and Dolly-Rose, now 36. Her first TV gig, however, was in daytime Soap Doctors, where she played Sasha Dyson in 2010 for a number of episodes. She didn't get her big break in Corrie for another 4 years, when she made it through the audition process to play ex-convict Gemma. But before her acting career took off, Dolly-Rose worked as a bartender, a skill which later came in handy when pulling pints as Gemma in The Rover's Return. "I've worked behind a bar in real life. It was before Coronation Street when I worked in radio. I did hospitality and bar work," she previously shared. But she actually got some advice from a Corrie icon before she made it onto the cobbles. Barbara Knox, who has played stalwart Rita since 1972, offered Dolly-Rose expert advice on how to act in front of the camera when she approached Barbara in the cafe she was working in and told her she had a role on the soap. A year later, the actors filmed their first scene together, and Dolly-Rose was over the moon that Barbara had remembered her.